felony in America. You can go to jail for a long time if that happened. The props crew would freak out.
Yeah.
My favorite joke with the props crew is always, they're like, hey Seamus, can I get your badge and your gun for lunch? And I go, no. I'm going to the convenience store down the block. I'll be back in 10 minutes. And they're like, he's joking, right? No, I'm gonna rob that motherfucker. Excuse my language. It really freaks the prop guys. They don't know if you're joking or serious.
But yeah, we don't really, we would never go out and pretend to be cops randomly. But I will tell them a story real quick. So there was I said I was in the Air Force before. When I was in the Air Force, I went through basic training, and there was a guy that was in my basic training flight that I hadn't seen in a long time, and I see him walking down the street in Los Angeles while he and I are in our police vehicle. What's our vehicle's name?
Chad.
Chad. So we were in Chad, driving, and we've got the flashing lights going, because we were doing a scene, so we got the flashing lights going.
We were just going around the block. We had to reset to the beginning of the scene.
Yeah. So we just shot our scene, we went going around the block, we see him, and I go, hey, that's my friend Mike. And he's like, what? I go, yeah, pull over. And I had a radio too. So we had our lights flashing, badges on, vests on, and everything.
Yeah.
We pulled out our radio, and I said, I've got the suspect, Mike Sam, he's going southbound there. And I'm talking to the radio, and this guy didn't recognize me because it's been such a long time. His eyes were huge, and he thought he was in trouble. He thought he was getting busted for something. So he did something wrong, obviously, at some point in his life.
He's guilty.
But he thought he was getting in trouble, and we were laughing about it. We let him off the hook. He soon recognized me, but what we didn't realize is there are other people on the street that saw all this go down. And a real gangster rolls up to the car window and started saying, y'all gonna shoot this motherfucker? Huh? What y'all doing? Huh? What's up? Y'all cops? What's up?
He was really suspicious.
Yeah, and then we were like, no, we're actors, we're not cops.
It's not real, we're not real, it's cool.
The guns ain't real. But because I think he wanted to actually then at that point rob us, for real. Once he found out we weren't cops. I felt like he was trying to like set us up, like, we're gonna rob these fools. These guns.
Like reaching behind. Oh yeah, you guys, So we around too many witnesses.
Yeah. Oh. This is the one day that Seamus was driving too. You were actually driving.
Yeah, I barely drove.
Seamus said, Flora, get out of here! He took off, left Mike Sam standing there with the gangster.
I'll call you Mike, Facebook. Facebook me, Mike. Don't get shot.
That's the closest we've come to.
A little bit of danger? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other like danger that we've been. Most of the time,
we had danger. We had the guy that came into our crew. We thought he set a bomb and he stole my boy's bag.
That's right. John like prevented a real crime from being done. We were shooting the scene where the basketball player and his cohorts, his big bodyguards, are walking up there's a club scene, and it's the one where we get in a fight and I take a punch for Esposito. Remember that episode? But while we were shooting that, we were on a real street in downtown LA. People were walking by. All of our crew is sitting there. John Standen, a guy named Mario, had his backpack there, and John, like, we're over there and he sees this dude walking. He's the only one who doesn't look like he's belonging there. And he grabs a backpack. And
First he had another bag with him.
Yeah.
And he went and he dropped it off beside this building. So that looked suspicious to me. Like, is he dropping off a fucking bomb, trying to blow up Castle? So then he dropped off his bag. Then he went and grabbed Mario's bag. Right. And then he just like kind of took off across the street.
And John was like, we have security guards there. And John was, hey, he grabbed something. Go grab it. And the guy went running after him.
Yeah, cops grabbed him, found out that he was like a drug addict.
Yeah.
He stole a bunch of silverware from somewhere, and he tried to steal my boy's bag, my stand-in's bag.
Preventing crime.
You don't steal nothing from Castle sets.
Even on the set of Castle.
I'm always on the job.
Okay, I have a few questions.
Okay, couple questions. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, how are you? I have a question for you, John, actually. Who's taller, you or Seamus?
Everybody wants to know.
Did you say something earlier about this?
No idea what you're talking about.
I can tell you that John Huertas is taller than Seamus Denner by about, I would say about a half an inch. Seamus's hair is a little poofier than mine usually. So his hair can sometimes get a bit. I don't know.
Why don't we check it?
You want? I mean, you can.
Let's check it.
We're wearing shoes, and my shoes might be taller. It's not fair. We could go. We could go barefoot. It's
not fair, man.
It's not fair. I don't take off your shoes.
I think our heels look about the same.
Do they?
Our soles look about the same.
Well, we're talking a half an inch here. Every little bit matters.
I'm sticking by my story.
Fine. Do you want it?
It's up to you.
Okay. Shoes off, though.
Yes.
Interesting. You're talking a half an inch. All right. Mine are Australian. They come off real easy. You're going to be there for like 10 minutes. Mine are see-through. Uh-huh.
Jesus, they do take a long time to get on.
See? Told you. Watch out what you get yourself into. Really good posture.
Y'all like them socks? You know what I'm saying?
Those are nice socks. All right, I'm ready.
You gotta be fashionable. Fashionable inside and out, ladies and gentlemen. Fashionable inside.
Is it better for on the floor so you can look at this thing? I don't want you falling off a chair or anything. Should we?
Are you guys looking at his hair or his forehead? Oh! What'd she say? I'm sorry, you didn't have a microphone in front of your mouth.
John.
Not how much though.
Half an inch, maybe.
It's some old bullshit.
Great question, by the way. Good question.
Thank you.
You guys just want me to leave my shoes off? Smell like cherries? You have a strong nose.
Questions? Any more questions?
Over there.
Yes.
Hello. Obviously, we can tell that you two are friends, but I'm curious, towards, well, the beginning of season 5 and after always, there was a little bit of tension between Ryan and Esposito. How was it for you to play that? Because usually you seem to get along.
Oh, that was fun. She's speaking of the moment where Esposito, correct me if I'm wrong, it's Esposito and
That kid gets suspended.
she gets suspended, but
And
this
then-
isn't after Montgomery died. No, that's when she was get shot. It's the
always
next week.
after Casket gets.
There's been a couple times where we disagreed. Yeah. No, that's right. And I'm still on the force. That's right. That's right. No, it was an interesting thing to play. You know, like two people who were always sort of like hip to hip and helping out each other. All of a sudden, are like don't want to be surrounded by each other. So there was a bunch of stuff that we shot in that they cut out, unfortunately. But there was like little things here and there where like he's blocking my way at something and won't get by, and it's like, oh, so childish. It was fun to have that dynamic because, you know, I don't know, you take it for granted that two people are friends, but then you put them in the other situation and there's something else to play there. So it was actually fun. I know it sounds weird, but it was fun to do something for a change.
It was nice also because it got to show kind of the two different personalities between the two guys. A lot of times, you know, we're together and a lot of our stuff is very procedural. So this was allowing us to show different sides of our personality where I'm always ready to kind of walk the line of right and wrong in the name of justice or backing up my friends, but maybe it showed that Ryan was like, hey man, right is right, wrong is wrong. So I think that's what I got out of that.
Yeah, by the book was sort of, so it helped with the contrast of playing the two characters, because otherwise, I think a lot of times people think we're just sort of the same. They used to think we looked alike, which is so ridiculous.
At the beginning of the show, season 1, my hair was longer, not shaved like it ended up being, and they said, "Hey, could you cut off all your hair so that the audience doesn't confuse you and Seamus?"
And they said, hey, can you lighten your hair somehow?
They did. They wanted him to lighten his hair.
They wanted me to like go like
You just
a
don't want people
dark
to
blonde or
confuse.
something, just so they wouldn't confuse the Puerto Rican guy and the white
Let's
Irish
stand
guy.
next to each other. Our hair's about the same length now. If you were watching us on a television show, would you, I can't tell them apart. And just, they look so similar.
Same guy. I mean, it's twins. It's uncanny how much they look alike.
How'd they hire two actors that look exactly the same?
Why do they do that? It's so confusing for us at home. I mean, who's even talking right now? I don't know. That's the kind of discussions that you have with people that get worried about little things that have no business being worried about.
I think they just didn't have anything to do, and they were like, well,
I think like, what can we do? How can we forward today? Well, the other problem was like the very beginning of the series, we pretty much, our costume designer was a lovely man named Sal. He wanted to be true to the actual thing of like what cops would wear. And so there's this one place in New York where all the cops get their suits, and they're cheap suits, and they're like gray. I can't remember, something Mart told me. I can't, like Value Mart or something. I don't know. And they're Italian suits, but they're all like gray or olive or like light green. They're all pretty much the same color. And so Sal was dressing us all alike, even Montgomery. I'm like, I looked around, we're all wearing gray suits. Like, really? I mean, we are today. That's crazy. Great. Anyway, but like, and so that I don't think that helped differentiate. So then eventually we got some costume designers that really helped separate the two of us. I started wearing more vests. I was wearing jackets at the beginning. John was wearing ties. That switched. In fact, John ended up wearing the tie I wore in the pilot episode. And I said, wait a minute, I know that tie. He's like, no, that's my tie, man. That's my tie. But no, I don't know. So I put it on Twitter. I go, when have you seen this tie before? And someone sent back, oh, the pilot. I was wearing that in the pilot. So
one similar.
Anyway, but yeah, that's helped differentiate some things, is the costume and I don't know, us allowing to be characters. I think helps us too. Finding a voice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
I heard that on Castle you not only use safe guns, but also rubber guns and also sometimes airsoft guns. Is that right?
Yeah, on the show we have several different types of guns depending on what we're doing. If we're doing a stunt, we want to have a gun made out of foam or kind of soft rubber, so that someone doesn't get pistol whipbacks and are hurt. But we use real firearms that have been made to fire blanks. So they have a baffle in the barrel, so that it gives enough pressure to make the slide activate. But we use blanks in the shooting scenes, but they're real guns, so you still have to be very careful with them. Our prop masters have to be what's called armorers. They're like registered with the state of California to be able to give people real guns and safe them and do all that stuff. Airsoft guns, I think that
Sell them. Yeah.
our airsoft guns, sometimes when you see the tactical teams that are going into the rooms with us, ESU, a lot of those guys have are airsoft guns because they look very authentic and they're super light, so they don't get heavy for these guys, and they're easy to just use. But they never have to fire them, so it's not gonna. They usually don't. If they have to fire a weapon, it's gonna be a real weapon.
There's nothing that hurts more when you're like in a stunt and you have a real gun and you land and break your fall. You basically have a piece of metal that's in between your skin and your other skin, and you just smash it into the concrete, and it hurts. So that's why we get the rubber ones, so that we can go, oh yeah, okay, that's not gonna hurt so much. Yeah, we very seldom fire guns on the show. I wish we did it more. But
Budget cuts.
can you guess like the most bullets, the most blanks that we fired for an episode?
The diamond one?
What was that?
With the diamond?
Very good. Yeah. They let us unload. We had like 14 in our mag. Each time I unloaded that clip. It was great. It felt great. And then they're shooting at us. There's just like gunfire everywhere. Like, this is nuts. It felt like we were doing, I don't know, some sort of like the A-team. The A-team. Light them up. It was like, this is great. Where are we? This is amazing. This is my childhood wet dream, to shoot this many guns and not get killed. Good question. It was a great day. It was a great day.
And another question regarding that. Were there any accidents happening with the guns or with anything else, with any weapon?
I got a good one.
Oh, it's funny to you?
It's funny to both. Look, something bad happened to me too. Okay, all right. So it's equal.
Nobody gets shot in the eye.
What? Yes. So I'll spell it out for you guys. What was the episode? Knockdown? The water torture scene. I'm just gonna turn to you every time. Knockdown. Is that the one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Knockdown. So John and I are being tortured in the basement. We have handcuffs behind us. We have the not handcuffs, the
Zip ties.
The zip ties, but they're the thick ones, the thick plastic zip ties, and they're pretty tight because you don't want your arms getting loose and everything. So Beckett and Castle come in, drop your weapons, and then they're like, brrr, lighten them up, brrr, and John and I try to get out of the way. We're like on the ground, trying to slide out of the way because our arms were tied. So meanwhile, John is right here, like getting out of the way because he just had that leather strap around his neck, and the stunt guy, oh poor guy, he gets shot, and then he goes, waits till he falls, and then as he's falling backwards, he goes, and John was 10 feet away, and John took a paper wadding right below his eye.
Paper wadding and gunpowder, so it comes out of the barrel. So it's even though they're firing blanks, each one of the shells has gunpowder, the same amount of gunpowder that a bullet would have in it, and paper wadding.
Mm-hmm.
And that all comes out of the front of the gun, usually on fire. You see the muzzle blast coming out of the front of the guns, it's like firing. So everything's kind of on fire, and then that goes places, and that's why you're never supposed to fire a gun in anyone's direction. You're really not even supposed to point it ever in someone's face. When you see someone pointing a gun in someone's face on camera, that's a trick that we use where we're not really pointing their face, and they make it look like we are usually. And so yeah, the paper wadding and the powder straight hit me in my eye.
Boom. And you see, it's the take they used. Go back and watch it. It's the take they used. You see John go, oh, shit. The meantime, I'm on the other side, and I'm in the handcuffs, the other guy with the gun. So when the guns shoot, they eject the brass shell casing. And they eject to the right?
Yeah, and now, and get to the right, yeah. So,
Yeah.
And that's where the fire came from, so that brass shell's hot.
Hot.
For anyone who's never fired a fire.
Hot. It's like a curling iron. Hot. So he's letting it off. The shell casings are ejecting. I got my hands behind my back, down on the ground as well, like hiding. The brass goes, and then catches like in between my neck and my collar, and my hands are behind my back. Ow! 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 Get it off! Get it off! Ow!
And he's saying, help, help, get it off. I can't, I'm blind, I can't see.
My neck's on fire. So between that and the dunking, that was a rough, cold day down there in the basement of Sun Chemical, downtown Los Angeles. So yeah, those are the two most memorable things that I can remember. But normally everything's very safe. We don't really have accidents with the firearms things.
Good question.
Good question. Thank you.
First of all, sorry for you guys.
Why are you sorry for us?
They can't kill us.
Because of that
They can't
story.
get rid of us.
Oh, it's all right. I healed. He healed. He's not blind.
Oh, that's
He's not
good.
blind.
He's fine.
So you both have been talking about that you have next week like the pitch with the writers or meeting with the producers, and that you're going to see what season 8 is going to be like. And I don't know if I speak for all of them, but in the last season, in season 7, we had the episode Sleeper, which was supposed to answer all of our questions about the mystery arc that was set in the beginning of the season. And I love our writers, and I love the story writing that they do. They're always very detailed, but that episode was just great.
Yes. I might know why they think that.
I still believe
Not enough Esposito and Ryan. That's generally the
that was one
answer.
part of it.
I also feel like that storyline was not wrapped up very well.
Yeah, exactly. And I felt like they were trying to finish the series because they weren't sure if there was going to be another series. But I'm still, in my mind, my headcanon is that we are going to go into season 8, and then it will turn out that they lied to Castle, that everything was just out of their minds. Because if you think about it, there's even more questions than it was before. And I just want you to maybe tell them that we're not being let off that easy.
Okay.
That people are mad. We'll let them know.
They're still great.
The people
They're
have
great.
spoken.
Hi, can
Hello.
I ask a couple of questions? Well, the first one is season 7 ended with the potential possibility of Beckett becoming a captain. And I would like to know if that happens and she becomes captain of the 12, how do you think that's going to change the dynamic of the team and the relationship between the 4 of you?
I don't know. You know, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Who knows? But I don't know. Captains don't really go on crime scenes. I mean, we had Penny there once. We had Ruben there once.
Once or twice, yeah.
Captains have a lot of paperwork to do. So I don't
Phone
know.
calls to make.
Phone calls to make. So I don't know. The problem with that is that they like to play the scenes with the 4 of us, the core 4, right? And so if that's eliminated, I don't know what happens with Castle. It'd be interesting. Who knows though? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
What's your next
Okay, and the next one is that some fans were a little bit sad that Spawn Ryan didn't go to Castle and Beckett wedding. I know they made fun of it then in the Western episode, but I would like to know how did you feel about that, because it didn't seem very likely. They are like a family, and I don't know, what did you feel about it?
I felt it. I did in the moment when we
Yeah,
read the
I mean-
script. I felt it was weird.
I was like, this is weird. And then I was like, are they on Mars? What's this background? They're like in a cloud. They're like Empire Strikes Back and it's Cloud City that they got married on. I was very confused about that. I was like, wait a minute, are they in space? Like, this is weird.
Yeah, I didn't.
And Isabel and Ryan wrote that song. Never got to hear it.
Yeah. Will we
It's a
ever get to
shame.
hear it?
Sing
I don't know. I don't know, but they didn't earn it.
Will they get to hear it? Will Castle and Beckett ever get to hear it?
Will they ever get to hear it?
Maybe our fans will get to hear it at some point.
Maybe. We'll look into that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
My question is, if your characters were the writers on the show, what kind of books would you write?
Oh, if we were authors and not cops?
Yeah, if you were like the Castle character, but not as a mystery author, but whatever you feel like your character would be writing.
Do you think we'd be a writing team or would we be writing?
That's a
solo?
imagine-
You can answer
question.
as individuals and both if you want to.
Graphic novels only.
Would you be the one to draw them or to do the stories?
I probably wouldn't be the one to draw them. Espo wouldn't draw them. He would write them, and he would get a great artist to.
Be like, more gunfire. No, not enough gunfire yet. More guns. We're shooting at bad guys. We're the bad guys dead. These bad guys are still
Kill
alive.
all bad guys.
Kill. Those are my notes. Kill.
Prisons don't work. Just kill them.
Street Justice.
That's cool.
In fact, I think that would be the name of your series, Street Justice.
Street Justice.
Street Justice.
Street
By
Justice.
Javier Esposito.
Street Justice, a graphic novel written by former cop Javier Esposito.
Tales of the Street. That's me. That's you.
What kind of stuff would you write?
Oh, Jesus.
Ryan.
What would Ryan be into? Something it would be like totally opposite. That's usually the way it works. It would be, it would be like a self-help book, like maybe how to deal with your marriage. You know, it would be like something like that, like lessons from a former cop, just like this, but different. How to solve your marriage.
From a cop's perspective.
From a cop's perspective. A cop handbook for cop husbands. Be a very like niche audience, and he'd sell like 5 copies. But it would be really good.
And if you were to combine your talents for writing, like you said, co-authoring,
Buddy cop shit. That's what we'd write. Screenplays.
We probably write screenplay.
Screenplays. Yeah.
Like, maybe even a stage play.
Maybe even.
Start out as a stage play. It'd be the first stage play about crime.
Yeah.
Crime and murder. Like solving crimes and murder. Like the first murder mystery frickin' musical. It'd be a musical on Broadway about murder mysteries.
About cops.
About cops.
Solving crimes.
That's what we would do together.
And singing.
We'd probably
Lots of
star in
singing.
our own show.
Yeah, probably.
Would you sing
Musicals.
for us?
Your answer is musicals. That's what you're looking for.
Would you sing for us?
Negative.
My throat hurts.
Stop, Mesh.
I sang yesterday. John sang yesterday.
We have
Sorry,
to.
I didn't want to put you on the spot.
We don't know anything together.
No, we don't. Sorry. I mean, no, we don't.
We don't have a backing track. You know what's it?
That's not a duet.
You know, I don't even know the words. You know,
I only know the, yeah, I do know the words, but it's,
It's a 9 o'clock.
Hold on. Maybe
Hold
I'll
up.
check it out.
Hold up.
Check it out. We'll do it like
Check
this.
it out.
We'll look up the.
There you go. There we go. No, I got something. But I'm coming with something right now.
What are you doing?
Oh, you know this song.
Oh, you got a song you're bringing up?
Oh yeah, dog. You know this song.
I was just gonna do the lyrics to piano, man.
Okay, too many songs. Remember when you had like 5 songs on your phone? Those were easy to find. Those were days, weren't they? Jesus, how many? Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, ooh. I think this is the one. You ready, John?
Well, I don't know what it is.
I think you do. You know this one. Oh, is this it or not? Oh yeah, here it is. Okay.
Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony, the power of speech.
What are my words?
When the one thing you want
I don't remember how it was.
is the only thing out
Oh,
of
remember.
your reach. High in a tower. High in a tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair.
Oh, you stopped.
Lie then becoming and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours. When the one thing you want, should go with you. If then only